Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of me driving to work. I am your driver slash streamer, Darkness 30XX of the Black Hood crew. Name is always there in the corner. Chat open on that side of the screen. You can follow along on YouTube and Facebook at the Black Hood crew, and then follow along at my name on Twitch, Twitter, Steam, Trovo, and then you can follow along on my other shenanigans on TikTok and Instagram. So let's go ahead and get this going. It is Tuesday, May 24th of 2022. And it also seems to be a nice partly cloudy day. A little on the hot side, but South Florida, what do you expect? And I'm on my way to work. People get out of my way. And let's go ahead and get this going. So, this baby formula thing is absolutely ridiculous for many, many reasons, and even more so because of people's reaction to it. So, for those of you that don't know, there is a shortage of some brands of baby formula. Not all, some. These are the more popular brands, the ones that people use or purchase most often. Usually, when a person buys a particular brand of baby formula, and I'm speaking from experience, it's for a medical reason of the baby, the child. Usually, they have some sort of a reaction to certain ingredients found in certain brands of baby formula. And other brands, which I would assume are the ones that are unavailable at the moment, are the brands that are most tolerable by babies. So, the reason why there aren't is because some of the large, and I think it's like one or two, the large manufacturing plants of these brands of baby formula here in the United States had to shut down due to an outbreak of a bacterial infection that has actually already claimed some children's lives, unfortunately. So they shut the plants down so that they can basically be clean and sanitized top to bottom. However, due to some negligence on the part of certain companies and as well as the American government, and not the entire government, just certain people, certain groups in the government, they have been unable to, until recently anyway, when we got some in, but weren't able to compensate for the factories being closed down. So, the ones who, again, made things more difficult than they needed to be were, again, those on the right. Whenever any type of legislation came forward in an attempt to compensate for the lack of baby formula or certain brands of baby formula, they were the first ones to basically vote no. Their motivation, does it really matter? They voted no on helping babies. Simple as that. But at the same time, they're the first ones to champion, the repealment of Roe v. Wade, which we've talked about before. So how can you essentially force women to give birth, but then block legislation that would help them raise their children that they just gave birth to. You know what I think, and I'm not the only one, they are pro-birth, anti-women. They just care about your child until it's born, and then it's basically fend for yourself. The woman, in their eyes, do not have rights. Pro-birth, anti-woman. That's the current stance of the Republican Party, the right in this country. And it's sad. Now, like I've said before, I am no fan of abortion. I am no champion to get abortions. I have personally never been involved with anyone that's ever had one. So, however, I am definitely pro-choice because it's none of my damn business. Simple as that. So anyway, back to the baby snafu. Recently, they got some shipments in. I'd say this is maybe like a week ago or so. They got shipments in of these this baby formula into the United States from abroad. And, hopefully we can stem the tide, hopefully get past this till the factories are back up and running and, getting shelves, loaded back up again. I did want to talk about it. This is something that actually did happen here in Florida in regards to that. There was someone, it was either a singular person or a group of people who were hoarding baby formula here in South Florida and then attempting to resell it at a ridiculous markup. Basically scalping baby formula like we had scalpers with the PlayStation 5s. They were promptly arrested, all the inventory confiscated, and I hope the product that was confiscated was distributed accordingly to those that needed it. But yeah, they were promptly arrested, fined, and all the funds acquired through this illegal enterprise. I don't know what happened to the money. I'm also 100% sure it was used to pay for different things. But yeah, don't be a dick. If you know this is something that people need, I'm not talking about PlayStation 5s here. I'm talking about stuff like baby formula, products that people need. Whether it's for adults or in this case for children, if you hoard these products and attempt to resell them at a hugely marked up cost in an attempt to basically get rich quick, you deserve to be beat over the head with a bat repeatedly until you stop breathing. That's just how it is. Like, you don't get to be a person anymore. Because when you do something that despicable, you're not human. You can't be human. You've effectively turned in your human card and are now considered less than human and worth extinguishing from the gene pool. People who do that are just disgusting, 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 disgusting. Don't do it. Just don't flip and do it. Instead, If you come across the products, inform people. Hey, so and so store has this brand and this brand. Only so many left. You know? Like, be a decent person, especially when times are tough. Even if you are not experiencing or feeling the effects of the tough times, someone is. Maybe even someone you know. Don't be a dick. Don't be a terrible human being. Be compassionate. Be understanding. You don't have to agree. You don't have to go out of your way to you don't have to go out of your way to to give the shirt off your back to every person. Not what I'm asking for. Not what I'm hoping for. Instead, just be a decent human being. Be kind to others just for the sake of being kind. And in trying times like these, is when we need more people to be the most kind. Because whether you're feeling it or not, there are people out there who are going day to day without enough. Whether it's food, clothing, shelter in some places, they're going without because they have no other option. I'm not saying open your home to these people. All I am asking is just don't make it more difficult. That's all I'm asking for. Don't make it more difficult than it already is for so many people in this country. It's not necessary. Really. I mean, what do you possibly gain from making someone else's life more difficult? Really. Because I can tell you, I would personally gain absolutely nothing by making even one other person's life more difficult. Some of you might say self-satisfaction, knowing that you got back at someone or got back a particular person or in your mind a representative of a group of people because of some ill-perceived idea that they took something from you, that you are getting back what you're owed. I'm telling you right now, if you have that kind of mentality, do us, the entire rest of the world, a favor and don't have children. Don't open your mouth. Don't think. Don't do anything. In fact, you can do us even more world a favor and just leave. The world does not need more people who find it funny, who take pleasure in making another person's life more difficult needlessly. Don't do it. Don't do it. Be kind, be compassionate. Be decent. Be better. So, what I would ask for anyone out there, if you come across any cans of baby formula, specifically those that are not in abundance. Let your local community know. Give them the heads up. Hey, you're looking for this? This store has some. Take to social media. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok even. YouTube. Maybe not YouTube because videos get saved and people might come across your video and a little too late. Instead, jump on the social media, inform those in your media community, text people, call people. That thing that you're looking for, that thing that you need, I found some. It's here. Come here and get it. Come here and purchase it. You know? It doesn't cost you anything to be a decent human being. In fact, it is 100% free to just be nice. It doesn't cost you anything. You're not shelling out money. You're not giving of your own pocket to just be kind. Or at the very least, just don't make someone else's life more difficult by doing disgusting things. Whether you think it's disgusting or not, if you are actively making someone else's life more difficult, you're a piece of garbage. Regardless of how you feel about yourself, just know you are a piece of garbage. Instead, be better, be kind, be compassionate, be understanding. Even if you are not in a similar situation, whether it's financially, socially, whatever, whether or not you're in the same situation, it still doesn't give you the right to look down on another person and then turn around and kick dirt in their face when they're down. Not cool. It wasn't cool back in the day. It wasn't cool 20, 30, 40 years ago to treat other people like dirt. It wasn't cool then. It's even less cool now. Instead, those people that are down, help them up. Even if it's just extending a hand, even if it's just saying, you got this, things are going to get better. You're going to make it. Even if it's just words of encouragement, it's still better than saying, haha, I'm better than you. It's infinitely better to give words of encouragement than it is to make their lives more difficult. If you don't need to inconvenience someone, don't do it. And if you do, again, it costs you nothing to apologize beforehand. And even afterwards. Hey, I'm sorry, but can you help me with this? Or can you help me? Or I need help. Be kind. That's all I'm asking. Just be kind. Be nice. Look at them the way you would hope someone would look at you. Speak to them the way you would hope someone would speak to you. Treat them the way you hope someone would treat you. Again, I'm not saying, throw on a robe and start, cranking out Bible verses left and right, or, trying to preach the good word on the street or on a street corner. Don't do that. I'm just saying, if you're in your day-to-day travels, in your day-to-day interactions, it's not going to kill you to just, how you doing? You all right? You got this. It'll be okay. You see them struggling a little bit? Help them up. That's it. That's it. Just do the right thing, not for recognition, not for a reward. Do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. Again, not going to kill you. That was a full red light. Are you serious? And then people wonder why people get into accidents. It's geniuses like that. Completely blew a red light. I'm not talking about, hey, my front wheels were past the line, so I had to go through. No, I'm talking about before they even got to the line, the light was red. Still blew on through. Come on, people, be better. Because all that does is it makes everybody's life more difficult. Get into an accident with another person, you basically ruined their day. Now they have to deal with insurance, possibly a rate hike because of the accident. You have the rubberneckers who immediately have to slow down. You have police officers who have to get involved, who could be better off doing something else, maybe something more important. Now have to deal with your accident because you decided to run a red light. I mean, come on. Think for a little bit. Think ahead. I'm not saying play chess and think, 20, 30, 40 moves ahead. Again, not what I'm saying. What I am saying is think about the immediate impact of your decisions and how they affect your own life as well as the lives of others, specifically those immediately around you. If I do this, what's going to happen? If I do this, what's going to happen? Who am I impacting with my decisions? Is it just me? Are there others going to be involved? Now to find a parking spot. Just pulled into the parking lot. Here we go. Spaces further away from people. Just what I like. Dang it. Ran into the bush. So yeah. Think about the consequences of your actions, no matter how big or small. Because I promise, in most cases, you are not alone in the effects of your decisions, the consequences of your decisions. Sometimes you are the only one that's affected by your decision. That's perfectly fine. You do what you're going to do for you. Do what you're going to do. But if your decision does involve other people, I'd say think about it before you do it. Who's going to be affected? How are they going to be affected? And then go from there. Because again, it's not worth inconveniencing or treating another person, inconveniencing or even becoming a detriment to another person for no reason whatsoever. Instead, be better. All right, so on that note, we're going to go ahead and cut it out here. I have a bit of a walk to do, but better safe than sorry when it comes to driving this truck. So, no streams for the rest of the week. I'll be going out of town. I'll be back again Thursday evening, but there will be no stream Friday. And yeah, so we'll go ahead and pick this up again next week, Monday, with another episode of me driving to work. I have been your driver / streamer, Darkness30XX of the Black Hood crew. Name is always in the corner. Chat is always open on that side. Black Hood crew on YouTube and Facebook. And then my name on Twitch, Twitter, Steam, Trovo. And then follow along on my shenanigans on TikTok and Instagram. So until next time, have a good day, have a good night, and be excellent.